Martin, starting with the obvious today, in your own words, what went so wrong today?
Well, I think we started the game, we're 5 minutes, 6 minutes in and we're a goal down, so that's a bad start. And then I think we came into the game a bit. We created some chances, played okay in the first half. So the first half, it's reasonably even coming in at half time. It's a 50-50 game at that point, so you're expecting a good reaction in the second half. And right away we made some mistakes, and those were punished. And we're playing against a team that's playing with a lot of confidence and playing well. And whenever we made those mistakes, they took full advantage. And so yeah, really disappointing.
3 changes to your lineup today. Talk us through them.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're today without Anton, who picked up an injury, so that was an enforced change, and we decided to put Jevon a little bit in front of the back four. We'd seen him play there a little bit. He's played there before, and did okay in there. But overall, I think any change you've made didn't work if you lose 4-1. So bottom line is that.
Other than the goal itself, maybe only a couple of chances each team in the first 45. Is that a fair assessment? Yeah,
I think so. I don't think there was too much between the teams at that point. Even the first few minutes we started quite brightly, so that's happened a few times where we've started brightly and then lost a goal, and that is definitely frustrating. But then I think our reaction to that was decent. So yeah, the first half I think was pretty even game, but the second half was more where it really fell apart. I think that so many mistakes punished, and really disappointing.
To what extent, you're saying it's disappointing there, to what extent is it disappointing, not the defeat, but maybe the manner of it? Because from what you're saying there, Martin, you were sounding like you were waiting for a big reaction in the second half, and for some reason it just never came.
Yeah, I think that's been the thing that, in the time that I've been here, it's like there's not been just say one type of mistake that then you could fix that. It's just like there's so many things happen that are difficult to put right, and it's like, this thing isn't working, so we try that isn't working, so we try, and it's like it's just kind of very frustrating. That's why last week was kind of really annoying to me, because I think we should have won that game and that would have given us that little bit of a bounce. So now we have to dig in and find it in the next few games. I think it's still actually quite close with us and Queen's Park. It's not an insurmountable task, but our performances would have to improve significantly, and we would need to get on a run of wins, and that needs to start next week.
You mentioned obviously Anton picking up an injury there. Can you give the fans any indication of how long he's expected to be out for?
Not too long. It's a muscle injury, but not too bad. So hopefully he'll be back soon. And yeah, even today we were a little bit unlucky when we scored the goal and we were looking for a reaction. Then Griffith gets a little injury there that he couldn't play through. So it's little things like that where you're losing these key players at key moments, and they do impact you, especially when things aren't flowing the way you would like.
A good finish from Lee for his goal though.
Yeah, excellent finish, and he's been creating and looking dangerous in the games that he's played. So just it's annoying that wasn't a big enough reaction, and also that the gap was too big at that point really to make a big difference to it.
Airdrie, to their credit, I thought they played really quite well in midfield in particular.
Yep.
To what extent, when they kind of strangle the game like that and press so high, how difficult does it make that to counteract?
Yeah, I think they are a good team, and I think they're playing well. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They've built that team up over time, and they've definitely got themselves on a good run. I think confidence in football is really a big thing, and when you have it, and it helps you get that little bit of momentum. Other teams do make mistakes and you can punish them, whereas we're on the other end of that, where like there's not that sense of confidence, and whenever we make a mistake it has been punished. But that doesn't go on forever, and we have to make it change, we have to make it turn, and we have to do it quick.
And that's just what I was going to say from a Falkirk perspective now, especially from a management perspective. How do you go about picking the guys back up after that come Monday morning? Yeah,
well, I think you have to get a day to clear your head, but then I think it's about focusing on the next game. At the end of the day, football, if you win the next game, you can move on in a positive way, and that's the bottom line, is you have to focus on the next game. You have to work hard and get things right, and we can do that, but we have to do it quick.
And if I just finally, obviously Dumbarton away next week, to what extent is that match, and indeed everyone after that, almost like a cup final for Falkirk now?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think that it's been like that even a little bit, before now, and so now we have to see what kind of reaction are we going to get over these next number of games, because the gap isn't an impossible gap. You have to give yourself a chance going into that last game against Queen's Park to make that a playoff game basically, and that's not an impossible task. So we have to have belief in that, but we do have to get ourselves together and fix it quick.
Here's something we can. Martin,
right.
As always, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, pal.